Simon here at the Festival Hub inside the St James Theatre, and I'm delighted to say I've been joined by Rob Drummond, star of Bullet Catch.
Ladies and gentlemen, I require a volunteer.
What's Bullet Catch all about?
Well, in essence it's a magic show, but it's got a theatrical narrative, so we follow the story of a bullet catcher from 1914 who died live on stage in front of an audience doing the stunt, and we kind of investigate that, and I get an audience member picked at random to come and be my assistant, and they explore that with me, and at the end of the show there's a rather dramatic finale, shall we say.
It sounds like a very high-stakes show. How do you make the audience feel comfortable when they first enter the theatre?
Well, I mean, the important thing about any theatre show, I think, is a good story. And so I get to know the audience, and they get to know me, and they get to know my assistant through investigating this story. And so it's not an aggressive show. It sounds odd because it's got a gun in it. It's kind of a loving and caring show, so we just share a few stories, me and the audience, and I take them through a few nice, gentle tricks, but all the time there's kind of a build-up, and it's getting more and more menacing towards the finale. And yeah, you know, at the end it's important that the audience are not too uncomfortable or too scared, so there is a choice that they can leave the room before the ending if they want to. I'm not going to judge anyone who leaves, that's up to them.
And the bullet catch is such a fascinating and unique trick, one that even Harry Houdini refused to do. What drew you to doing that as part of a show?
Yeah, well, I've always been interested in magic. So when I was growing up, I was a keen amateur magician. My big sister's boyfriend at the time showed me how to do a trick, a coin vanish. And the fact that he showed me how to do it and not just showed me it really got me hooked. So when I started making a living out of theatre, it seemed like an obvious thing to combine the two because magic is inherently theatrical. And so I decided, what show should I do? Well, I'm probably only ever going to do one magic show in my career. Why not do the most dangerous, the kind of most extreme version of that? Why do the linking rings when you can do a bullet catch?
And the bullet catch itself, the first few times you did it, you must have been incredibly nervous. Do you still get nervous today?
Yeah, I do. I mean, every time we take the show to a different area of the world, we more or less have to source a different gun because you can't travel with a gun. So I do have to learn how to handle the new weapon every time. So it keeps me on my toes, and I'm quite glad of that because you don't want to get too casual about it. You don't want to get too blasé. It's a dangerous firearm. So it's actually a good thing that happens. And also, because the audience member is different every time, I have to think about that, and I have to think about that person. So there's plenty to keep me on my toes and not get too comfortable with it.